In the next 60 seconds, I'll show you how to use silence to unlock mental strength. You are not here to fix anything. You are here to witness. The world moves at a pace that demands your attention. It shouts, it pulls, it pushes. But beneath all of that is a quiet space, a stillness that exists even in the middle of the storm. This is the silence between breaths. It is not empty. It is not void. It is the place where clarity begins. Most people run from silence. They fill it with noise, with distraction, with endless motion. But silence is not something to be avoided. It is something to be held. Imagine a tree standing in a forest. The wind may blow, the leaves may tremble, but the roots remain still. They do not react. They do not panic. They simply hold. That is the power of stillness. It does not fight the storm. It does not seek to change what is. It simply exists. You have been taught to believe that strength comes from action. That courage is measured by how much you do, how fast you move, how loud you speak. But true strength is found in the pause. The silence between breaths is where you begin to see clearly. Where you stop trying to control and start understanding. It is not about doing nothing. It is about being present. When you sit with silence, you are not ignoring the world. You are learning to navigate it. You will feel discomfort. That is natural. The mind resists stillness because it has never learned to rest. But rest is not weakness. It is the foundation of resilience. Think of a river. It flows continuously, but it also has moments of calm. These are the places where it gathers strength. You, too, need those moments. Not to escape, but to return. Silence is not an absence. It is an invitation. It invites you to listen, not just to the world around you, but to the voice within. That voice is not loud. It is soft, subtle, and often ignored. But it knows the way. You have been told to chase happiness. To find purpose in movement. But purpose is not found in doing. It is found in knowing. The silence between breaths is where you begin to know yourself. It is where you stop seeking validation and start finding meaning. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to be productive. You only need to be present. The world will always be loud. But you can choose to be still. Not because you are afraid of noise. But because you have learned to value silence. This is not a temporary state. It is a practice. A daily return to the quiet space within. It is not about escaping the chaos. It is about holding your ground in the midst of it. You do not need to fix everything. You only need to be aware. Awareness is the first step toward mastery. And mastery is not about control. It is about understanding. The silence between breaths is not a moment to be filled. It is a moment to be honored. It is where you learn to live without fear. Not because you are fearless. But because you have chosen to face what is. You are not here to prove anything. You are here to be. That is the greatest act of strength. To be still. To be present. To be. The silence between breaths is not an end. It is a beginning. If any of these ideas resonated, I've linked the books in the description. And it is yours to claim.